Okay. My placement is under Pastor P at Centrepoint's Maddington campus, which I don't have a particular area that I'm in for my placement. It like uh, I help out in a lot of the other areas like facilities with painting and mulching and stuff like that, and a lot of the lifting, the manual labor, um, and youth is the other area where I help in the most with like going into schools on a Friday and attending youth and being a leader. Some of the challenges I've faced this semester is my communication. Uh, with a new baby, I haven't really been on time, so I'm not. One of the challenges is communicating uh, that I'm running late, communicating that I'm not doing well, and I've also had communication issues with some of the leaders within Maddington, where because of a mindset I had, it didn't come something they said that wasn't meant to insult or meant to do any harm came across as harmful, and then I retaliated in that way, which was not very a successful way in communication. So that's one of the biggest challenges I've had. And another one was I had a mental breakdown because of a minor mistake I did, which involved a lot of paint over a scissor lift, and I broke down in tears, crying, and that was one of the biggest challenges to overcome, because I have a mindset that once I've stuffed up, people aren't going to want me to be around. So that really it helped with that mindset, because people came around me and supported me and showed that that's not true, but it is still a challenge that I'm going through. And another one is leading. When I'm given the task of leading people, when it comes to rest and breaks, is when I fall short, because I'm very much, I do a task up until I need a break, and then when I break, that's when like all the lead, like when the group will just go on awry and won't work. And there's been times where that's then impacted other people, other of the leaders around. And so that's another challenge that I'm working on, is communicating with the team that I'm given, that some things we like, working on leading those people. Some of the achievements would be helping paint the new auditorium, and facing my fear of heights up on that scissor lift, doing it with an area that not many people would want to do on a very thin thing. And also learning to drive a scissor lift would be another achievement, because I never thought I would ever be somewhere like that. And success. Like, also that another achievement is I have a bit more confidence in myself when it comes to doing tasks. Uh, yeah, just just participating and doing tasks, because I haven't been at this church for long. It's not even a year yet, and there's still I feel a bit of disconnect. So every time I can participate and feel valued, it really helps. Like, it helps me. Yeah. So any questions? That's the last bit. No questions. I do need some questions.
I got a question. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Okay, great. So this was your speech from work placement, wasn't
Yes.
it? Okay. So my first question is about the COVID-19. How are you able to do the work at Mannington because of the restrictions? That's my first question.
Well, we haven't been able to do the work up until recently, and then other stuff has piled on. So that would be another challenge, was in the communication. I haven't been communicating well with Pete during the season, because I am not in a somewhat right headspace.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's right. My second question is, um, when the restrictions get a bit more easier on us, they lift, allow more numbers into the church and that sort of stuff. That's all up to the government, of course. But my main question would be to you is, how are you going to show leadership at Mannington? So is there a possibility for you with, say, Pastor Pete to maybe on a Sunday service, maybe do a worship, be part of the worship team or prayer or lead the youth or something like that? You know what I mean? Something you can show leadership.
That's a conversation I have not had with Pete yet, but I have no idea what my placement holds after the COVID season.
No, that's good. That's good, Cosmo. That's awesome, mate. I just want to ask those couple of questions, but that's great.
I've got a question for you, Cosmo. Of the things you've done, and following me into the question, which one do you think did you find yourself enjoying the most? What was the thing that you actually thought, yeah, I love this, this is cool?
I think participating in our morning meetings and just learning from the other leaders and having the conversations with them is probably the most fun.
Yeah.
But if it came to an actual task, probably driving the scissor lift.
Cool, right.
I've got one more question. Sorry.
Awesome.
Well, Philomena had a question.
Philomena has a question.
Neil.
Sorry.
Cosmo, I really admire in you is that part of vulnerability. You are vulnerable, and you are such a you're self-aware. It's the best place to be. You are very much self-aware of yourself and what you're learning and things. So it's really, we are learning that from you, to be vulnerable and self-aware. My question is, so you talked about a lot about the challenges in this placement that you had and how you kind of trying to learn the communication part of it and everything. I want to ask you is that, what do you find your strength in this time, in this season or in this journey? What you thought that, hey, I am pretty good at that. So you would have found something. I want to know that.
I mean, before COVID-19, I don't know, because the season's been a lot of new and different things, like having the baby and that. I think, I don't know. I'm not good at looking at the positives. I think one of the strengths would be, like, because I've never done like a full day, like I've never done a 9 to 5 ever in my life, and so starting every Friday was it was a decent amount of time that I'm not used to, but being able to keep up and maintain like my work output throughout the whole day, where I'm used to just working for a set amount of time and then rest of the day is a break. I think that's probably where I've come into my own, is like, yeah, like I can get I get multiple tasks and I can get them done throughout the day, barring if there's no external situation where somebody needs to run to Bunnings to get something, or because I can't drive, so that's a problem. But yeah, I think being able to actually work the full time and then have energy for also youth, which is then another like makes it a 12-hour day. I think that's probably where my biggest strength within it at the moment.
Yeah. I'm really glad that you're finding your strength, because I think it's good for you to find your strength.
Very good. Is that it? Well,
I'll just ask one more. Oh, Cosmo,